Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time!
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
What's up, Gorehounds, and welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am your not-so-mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone, for with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Yeah. Started off with that Chad Daddy, the Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Yeah. And we have the Saucy Aussie, that DKB, Mr. Brody Kane.
Howdy, howdy, you sexy sons of biatches.
Today is May. It's gonna be May 1st.
Yeah.
2023. And, well, we have a very fun episode today. We're a little light, missing Bob and Scoobs. Bob should be joining us in about 15 minutes or so, give or take. Scoobs, however, is doing daddily duties, potentially. Yeah. And him and Mel are on the way to the hospital. I hope I can say that. If not, sorry, Scoobs. And it's not like anybody listens to this anyways. I don't give a shit. Anyways, no, I hope the best of luck for them. Hope everything goes smoothly. What's up, Heather?
Howdy, Heather.
I am not ignoring anyone, by the way. I'm just sitting here sharing.
I figured you're sharing. That's fine. I usually do that when we're all taking our turns talking and stuff. No, but today we are going to have a fun episode. We are talking about 2021's Malignant from director James Wan of Saw and Insidious?
Yes.
Insidious and Conjuring universe, the whole shebang. I would honestly say, and I don't think it's something, I mean, not that we personally talked about, but it's like, I don't feel like I could talk. James Wan, as for like horror director, whether you like his stuff or not, dude, he's definitely, I feel like he's shelved with one of the greats as one of the greats now. There's no way you can deny how much he's fucking brought to the table in the last 20 fucking years plus.
And it's not even his directing, even just all the films he's produced or written. He's done a lot.
Well, I mean, like I said, just the ones we mentioned on. You got Saw. You have the whole Conjuring verse, which is essentially his fucking baby. I mean, it's insane, dude. And then,
well, Insidious, Saw franchise, Conjuring. Well, it's just fucking insane.
And then I'm trying to think what he made before this, because obviously this was something where the studio was just letting him do his shebang. You know what I mean?
He did Aquaman before this. I'm pretty
sure.
Yes,
thank you. Okay, so that's what it is.
You beat me to it.
Nope. So that's what he had to do. He did Aquaman, which was the studio's bullshit of like, hey, you got to do this by the numbers, but then if you do this, we'll let you do whatever you want. And then he got to do this shit.
But he did throw a little bit of horror into Aquaman with the trench.
Yep.
Well, yeah, dude. But Undersea is scary, bro.
They were going to make that into a movie too, but that got fucked.
I don't know, man. Undersea shit always scares the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah, dude. You want to have nightmares? Just look at some of those deep sea fucking fish.
Like, I'll never go on a cruise. And somebody's like, why? And I'm like, because, dude, I just fear of open ocean. I legitimately have that. I do not care. I don't like it's just too much open space. That's just also, I mean, it's open so much. Like, you're just like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, we don't need to be running into Cthulhu or the Kraken or something.
Dude, fuck that. I don't want goddamn Deep Rising. I don't need some worm to get 5 times or 500 times its size and then snake hole my butt through a fucking toilet. I'm good, man. That just seems like a bad day.
Leviathan monster.
Right, dude? Like, oh, man. So many just... Like, anytime you see always, like, even though they're badly animated, like, they always still have that weird thing, but you just see, like, some dude, like, diving. And you just see like something kind of faint and then just giant fucking teeth, like, and you're like, nope.
Wait, tell me this. I wasn't on the episode for it, but the Rift monster. What was the monster in the Rift?
There was a bunch of different ones.
The big bad one that came at
chocolate starfish.
Yeah,
chocolate starfish on the wall.
it was. No, there was like the big bad that came at the end, and it was made out of like the nurse and shit, right? Wasn't it? It was like the big like mongoloid four. It was like walking around on 4 legs and shit. I thought it's been a minute.
It's been, I don't remember.
But anyways, I went off on a fucking tangent. We're gonna bring this shit right fucking back. So yeah. Anyways, waiting for Bob. Scoob's on the way. So in the meantime, I haven't called on him in a minute.
Ooh, Variant Steve.
Yeah, I gotta fucking get Variant Steve. There we go. So Variant Steve, if you could, it is that time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Yeah. Thank you,
Beautiful
Variant
and
Steve.
delicious. Love that
Every
pizza.
time, dude. I'm so glad I still have that too. Oh fuck. Chad Daddy, how the hell you been, bud?
I haven't been too bad, thank you. So this past week, so Wednesday, I had to take my youngest to get registered and tested for kindergarten. So little Miss Harper's going to kindergarten, and she did exceptionally well on the test. She is like up at the top of the charts on everything. They said she is more than ready. So I'm very happy to say that we have no problem sending her off to kindergarten in the fall. Everything's going to go extremely well there. We had some really nice weather here last week. So Thursday I had to break down and mow the yard.
Oh, that's the worst.
First time of the end. Dude, this is what pisses me off though. So I mowed on Thursday. And I took the dog out back to go to the bathroom yesterday. I looked at it and like, son of a bitch, this fucking grass needs mowed already again. 3 days. And it's because we had 3 straight days, now going on 4 straight days of rain. So that's just
making
making
where I'm at right now, dude.
That's just making that grass shoot up even faster. I'm like, God damn it. Like today, dude, it rained and then it hailed and then it rained again.
You got hail?
We got hail.
Fucking A, dude.
It's supposed to snow tomorrow, for fuck's sake. It's May.
You must have like even though you're south of me, you must still maybe have like higher elevation range or something.
Oh yeah, we're in the Appalachian Mountains, dude. We're foothills of the Appalachians.
I mean, driving through Pennsylvania literally is fucking driving through mountains the whole time.
It is.
That's why it's such a contrast when you get down to like the Carolinas and it's just nothing. It's like a pancake ass, just like Mom used to make, dude. Flatter than shit. Anyways, yeah.
So I did that. Let's see. Last week I watched some movies. I watched Mortal Kombat again.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I
2021, I'm assuming.
Of course. And I forgot how much fucking fun that movie is and how great Kano is. To the whole
Can I ask you a question on that really quick? Are we biased on that though? Because it's like we just put Brody in that role naturally.
No, I mean, I kind of. You might want to think that, but no, he really was that fucking.
No, he is. It's fantastic.
I love Kano in that movie, and of course, obviously, he's gonna have to come back for the sequel
because we don't fucking bring him back with his goddamn robot eye, dude.
Exactly, they have to.
Why he would have his powers still and blah. Yeah, like please fucking do. And I get why they said they were like they couldn't have him in Cage because it's like too much of the jokes. Okay, I can kind of see it with how they wanted to play Kano around this time. They didn't want to be a throwaway, which I appreciate. So I will say, I still don't feel. Once again, and Brody and I have talked about this numerous times. Worst part of that whole fucking movie to me is the Power Rangers scene where they're all in the void and Cole's like, "Come on, guys, we got to get together and do this." Like out of nowhere, they were like, "Shut the fuck up, God Armor, get the hell out of here, dude." Like,
with his armor, he was definitely the most Power Rangers like out of them too.
It was just that speech though, dude. It just felt so cheese and like it just didn't feel legit. You know what? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It felt very forced.
And I still just don't like how they did Reptile though.
That's fair. I mean, you know, dude, everybody, bro.
I mean, his death was cool.
Listen, I feel your pain with Rieko because I loved Rieko because he was always such an unsung character, dude. They only brought him in like fucking 4, and he was awesome, and his background's awesome. But no, they bring him in this, and he's fucking ridiculous.
I know,
he literally yells. That's all he does. He doesn't have words.
He and Natara didn't even need to be in this movie, really.
Natara was just throwaway, but that's fine with me because she was throwaway. They could either had Natara come in, which kind of makes sense, or like it would have been funny if they had like Su Hao come in or something. But
Okay, so this isn't. Sorry, guys. This is not an episode of Fatality.
it could be.
Oh, we need to bring that back.
Listen, dude. I've been trying to jumble around ideas in my head.
We still gotta cover Snowblind.
No, I know. I'm just to try to go beyond just that, though. Like to see if I can.
Yeah.
Without just seeing like it, without making it seem like it's also just rehashing. I guess.
Yeah.
If that's where I'm trying to go with it, which is kind of like, well, we went a little too hard, a little too fast. could have spread that shit out in hindsight.
There is the possibility of the TV series, maybe. So
yeah,
if worse comes to worse.
There's that, and then
series,
there's
there's the
obviously like
cartoon.
upcoming news and shit like that too and stuff. So there's
It'll be
there's
back. It'll be back in some form. Let's see. I also watched Kids vs. Aliens on Shudder, which wasn't awful.
Yeah, dude. So you said this was a not a standalone, but it actually is in the VHS universe.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a spinoff of this one little segment in VHS 2. I think it's called
It is
Slumber Party
VHS
Alien.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the one where the dog has the camera attached to it. If I'm
Yeah,
not
I
mistaken.
read that. That's what that is.
Yes. Okay. That was a cool one. I liked it.
I know it was a cool movie, and it's a little. This is the type of alien invasion movie I'm looking for.
Yep.
As in
like smaller scale. They're just like attacking like a family off in the middle of nowhere. Things like
okay. Nothing like crazy worldwide.
yeah, I don't like those. Are fine, but that's not what I want to see. I mean, they're all right once in a while, but they're too
summer blockbustery.
Yeah, they're too schlocky. This was cool.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I watched that, and then normal slow weekend stuff. I beat Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, so now I got to play something else.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking A, bro. Good for you.
It was. I mean, I could still do the DLC, but I don't know if I want to. I don't really own the game because you download it off the PlayStation Plus thing. But once they stop hosting it on their PlayStation Plus, like it's gone. It's not like every month. I don't know how it is with Xbox, but every month you get certain free games that you can download. You can keep them forever.
Yes.
But there's certain ones that they host that once they're gone, you lose access to.
So there's ones for Xbox Live Gold. They put down 2 to 3 a month that you can download, and those are yours to keep.
Yep, that's the same way as the PlayStation does it.
If you have Game Pass, though, that is just a Netflix style library of games you can either download or do the cloud gaming, which honestly, the cloud gaming, it still needs a little kink workage, but it's not bad.
I know. I do that once in a while on the PlayStation one. It's not bad.
I do it just to try out games because I'm like,
yeah,
would I want to download this? I give it 10. Bro, I spent 25 minutes playing Pressure Washing Simulator because I could cloud play that shit.
I have heard so many people say how addictive
it's
that game is.
so good. It has no right being as fun as that is, dude. And my dad's like, but you have a real pressure washer. I'm like, I know. I'm like, but this thing pays
better.
I'm like, but this shit pays me to do it. He's like, it's not real. I'm like, I know. I'm like, because I was explaining how my one buddy, I told them about it, and him and his wife just took off on that shit, dude. They beat the full fucking game. Yo, man, Rich, if you're listening, if that's what you're laughing at, I'm telling you, dude, just go try it out. It's so fucking stupid. Dude, it's so stupid, but it's so fun.
I spent 2 days playing the Untitled Goose Game.
Hell yeah, dude. It's all right, man. I played fucking whooped the shit out of it. What was the goat game back in the day?
Goat Simulator.
Yeah, I played the shit out of that.
I couldn't get into that one.
It was so stupid.
Yeah. We've been droning on long enough. We got to get to the point. Brody, it's your turn, brother.
Have you bad, buddy?
I have been, not bad at all. I really have struggled to think about what I've done this week because, to be honest, I don't think I've done fuck all, to be honest. And here is Mr. Bobby Boucher.
Hey, welcome, sir.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. I got home late from work.
You're fine, buddy.
All G, mate.
We're doing Slice of Life, and we're on Brody right now, so you'll be up next.
Beautiful.
What have I actually been up to? Well, I watched Violent Night last night. That's what I did. And that's the first time I'd seen it. It was fucking awesome. It was really good.
Dude, that is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, I love the mythology. Like, they don't really deep dive into it. When he takes his shirt off and all the Celtic tattoos, I'm like, what the fuck? And then,
dude, that shit.
Oh, it was so awesome how they were able to like incorporate that with the mythology of Santa and just like this backstory. They just want you they leave enough there just so you want more. I thought that was cool. Yeah, and it was actually fucking funny too. Like the dark comedic elements about it was like it worked extremely well with the actors that they brought in for it. So yeah, very fun time with that film. The violence was awesome. I also watched Megan.
Which cut did you watch?
Now I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't think it was the uncut version because there was a lot of quick cuts before the death scene, and yeah, I don't even think an uncut version would actually help that film for me. I just felt like it was familiar territory with like a little bit like I think the Child's Play remake shits all over Megan, to be honest. And that's just me personally. Yeah. I think Child's Play remake is a little bit more it is a lot more darker and it's probably more my taste in like humor as well. Like just everything about it I thought worked way better than Megan. Yeah. I was talking to TJ halfway through it and he's like, what do you watch? I said, yeah, Megan. I said, look, I just can't get into this film. Maybe it was the mood I was in or what. But yeah, it just felt boring to me. Like it dragged on a little bit and they try to explain a little bit too much about the AI and the advanced technology of the doll itself. And yeah, I didn't really fucking care for it, to be honest. And that's another James Wan produced film too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he even wrote it. So I was like, maybe if he had got behind the camera on that film, it could have been something a little bit better than what it was. But look, to be honest, I am absolutely boring this week. Unfortunately, didn't really do anything.
You're fine, dude. Sometimes we all have this nice chill weeks.
My wife got on just to hear you talk, Brody.
Oh, okay, right.
The only reason I got on.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, I better slap it on thick, eh? Hey, fucking. Yeah. No. Other than that, not much else really. Just watching like film, pretty much. Very keen to talk about this film with you guys, and passing it off to you, Bobby Boucher. How you been, brother?
I've been good. Like I said, I had a long day at work today, but it is what it is. And a very rainy weekend. What did I do? Saturday I started my weekend job, so I started doing that for extra money for the next month. And then Saturday night, me and my girlfriend went out with some of her old coworkers to an Italian restaurant called Monticello in Red Bank here, and that shit was fucking fire. The filet mignon I had,
fancy.
Made it rock hard, man. Rock hard.
No wonder you got to start a weekend job to pay for that meal.
Well, now please, I got plenty to play for that. And then Sunday, me and my girlfriend went up and hung out at my aunt's house with my cousin. We went to Dave and Buster's, played some games. There you go. And then we just sat around. We were looking at some old photos and stuff that my uncle had on his phone. So as we were doing, we chilled out, and then that was it. My weekend was very easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and not boring, but it was nice because the next month I have to work a lot, so I'll take it nice and easy for right now, as much as I can get it. But now I'm here to talk about this movie. So who did you go in order? Did Chad go?
I went.
Yeah, we all went in order.
So Johnny, it's all you now. Since I'm so short.
First and foremost, I love the shirt. So I got to say that.
Thank you.
For anybody that can see that. What did I do this weekend? Oh, yeah. So I went and saw Return of the Jedi for its 40th anniversary in RPX, so our theaters that was having it was Regal, and the RPX is supposed to be the Regal like peak experience thing. So it's not IMAX.
But
it's like right fucking there, if that makes sense.
It's not like 4D, is it?
No. It's weird. So it's like the sound is way more like immersive and stuff, and it's still stadium style, kind of like IMAX, but it's not so like if you were on the top, you'd be feeling like you could fall over everybody. Okay. I am Heather. I'm like sinking into that hole like huge, but that's all right because you know what? I don't care. Whatever, dude. That's fine. Gives the wife and I something to fucking binge on, everything like that. Anyways. So yeah, we did that. That was a good time. I also dipped a toe back into Ghostbusters and played the new DLC, which was fucking nice. I didn't get to play the new Ghost, but did the new map and checked out all the new, like, they've definitely improved the game where they had like, even on the table, that the fact that they've changed everything to actual percentages and shit. So now I'm being that percentage fucking whore to where I'm literally like just stat fucking checking everything for like 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, this goes up here. Like, just trying to do the maths.
I don't think I checked that out, actually.
Yeah, dude. Just that little bit of improvements. You're like, oh fuck yeah, dude. And then they added the not the fright features, but I'm trying to think. It's the second toy line when they have the neon suits, but they added those all into the fucking game.
I saw that.
That shit's cool as that hell, dude. And then they added GB2 yellow raincoat and the helmet, which I'm definitely going to work for that.
I saw that in the picture. I saw that.
And then obviously all the extreme gear, which cool, but the extreme gear looks like my brother-in-law is just like, dude, it looks like a fucking aerosol painter or like a hose painter.
Yeah.
And I was like, it does. That's exactly. I'm like, in the back looks like a giant PlayStation or anything like that, like, or like a pressure washer or something. Like, I don't know. It's very plain for how the extreme was, but the animators were trying to make it easy on themselves.
Yeah.
Lazy fucks. And then celebrated my niece's 14th birthday. So it was just family there, but I was proud of her because the one thing she wanted to do, and her mom was taking her to do after the fact, she wanted to go see Evil Dead Rise. And I was like, yeah, that a girl. And I go, now let Uncle John ask you a question. She's like, what's up? I'm like, have you seen any other Evil Deads? And they were like, no. And I was like, Rachel, have you? And she's like, no. And I was like, huh. And I was like, all right. I was like, well, damn, I wish I'd known. I would have just brought you the stack of movies over and be like, here you go, do your fucking homework.
Well, real quick, I'm going to cut you off because I completely blanked on my Friday
Oh, you
night.
did?
We went and saw Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, you did.
It's been such a long day that I completely blanked, and I had a reminder from my lady. All I'm going to say is
two thumbs, one cock up?
3 cocks up.
3 cocks up all the way? All right.
I loved it. I 100% loved it.
It's like a chimera of cocks.
I won't give anything away, but I loved how towards the end it got more creepy. And I loved the little tribute that I saw at the end. You know what I'm talking about. I call it tribute, but you know what I mean. I'm like, oh yeah, we saw that before. No, I think
tribute. You got to believe me.
But I really do think, because the whole time during the movie, I kept saying the line that Ash says in Army of Darkness, where where everybody's like reaching out to see if someone's wrong, and he goes, "It's a trick. Get an axe." The whole time I'm like, guys, stop reaching down for these people, please. But then the ending came, and I'm like, we're getting another one.
Well, yeah, they have to.
Well, yeah, no, they have to because it's I don't want to give anything away. I can't say anything, but you know.
No, hell yeah, dude. Way to keep them numbers up for that movie, dude, because it's doing awesome right now.
Yeah, I'm so happy it's doing well.
So I would like to go see it one more time before it bounces, for sure.
They already released a steelbook artwork for it, and I'm getting that shit.
Nice. So let's see what else I do. And then I did some fucking hardcore spring cleaning yesterday because, like Chad Daddy said, it's been raining like a motherfucker. Apparently, we live in England or Seattle right now.
Right.
So, yeah. So I went through and got rid of, like, I had a nice size box, dude, that I filled up with fucking movies that I was just like, I'll never watch these again. I don't care. They're all DVDs. A few of them are Blu-rays, but it's just shit. I'm like, meh. And I look at all my fucking physicals and it doesn't even look like I got rid of anything. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? All I did was I helped get rid of stuff so it wasn't stacked on top of the other stuff. So now everything's just neatly stacked and it's not like all disheveled stacked. And I was like, all kinds of movies, dude. Like I had some shitty horror movie. Like, dude, I had 2 copies of Saw 2. I don't even know why I have 2 copies of Saw. And I was like, I'm getting rid of both of them. I don't fucking want them, dude. Like, that shit. And then I had some shit like, what was it? I fucking The Order. I had like old Chappelle Show discs, some old fucking like South Park shit. A bunch of old 2000 Will Ferrell movies, a couple Fast and Furious. This shit I'm like, I probably won't watch half this crap. But no, I kept most of my horror movies and then like organized them in its own proper section. I was like, all right, nice. And then like dusted all the shelves. And I got this new vacuum, dude. Straight up, and I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna be totally lame, but I don't give a shit. I'm like, this thing's fucking awesome. So now I'm just in like super hyper like clean mode. I'm like, let's see what this bitch can suck. Yeah.
I can hear you saying that, and your wife upstairs just going,
fucking A, dude. Dyson, I got that one upstairs. Not that color. Oh no. It's not as good as the Dyson, dude. And the Dyson, I didn't feel like spending $500 on a fucking other vacuum, but this one for the price is pretty fucking solid, dude. And I laughed because it's got the like, it's got the normal like floor attachment with the rollers, but this thing has like 5 super bright fucking LEDs in it, dude. So it reminded me of my grandma's like old school vacuum with the fucking headlights on it, dude. I was like, yeah, that dude. Vacuum fucking nostalgia. Yeah, fucking vacuum in the night.
I think I'm gonna duct tape a freaking LED light to the top of my RoboVac sometime just to see what happens. I'm like, I have the cat is cats,
and none of them have ridden that fucking thing. Yeah, I'm very upset. They all suck.
You need to attach a laser pointer.
No, dude, because then like only like one of them kind of bats at it, the other one doesn't give a shit. The other one will go crazy, but
it's mine. Like if I have to tip it over to get anything stuck out of it, the cat will go over and the little bristles just. And then of course I'm like, and she jumps back.
Fucking A, dude. But so, and then after all this fun ass weekend, I watched this movie for the first time in my life, and I am very excited to talk about that now.
Me too.
To which that is once again 2021's Malignant. Brody, take it away, buddy.
Rightio. So in 1993, right now, I've already fucked this up. Is it Simeon? Simeon, right? Simeon. Yeah, fuck. Right. God damn.
Cut. Wait. Cut. Mulligan. You restart.
Kane, he's cutting that one out and he's cutting back in.
Snip, fucking snip.
Oh my God. We've heard that in a fucking.
No, we haven't.
Snip, fucking snip. Right. In 1993, at the fuck. God damn it. The fucking Simeon Research Center. Right. The dangerous Gabrielle kills many doctors and nurses, and Dr. Florence Weaver, who is in charge of the case, says that it is time to cut out the cancer. Snip, fucking snip.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. In the present days in Seattle, Madison Mitchell is pregnant after 3 miscarriages when her drunken husband, Derek Mitchell, argues with her and beats her head against the wall. Madison passes out, and when she awakes, she sees Derek murdered in a gruesome way. Madison loses the baby, and her younger sister, Sydney Lake, comforts her. Soon, Madison has dreadful nightmares with a monster and horrible deaths. When she realizes that the murders are happening in real life, Madison and Sydney look for police detectives Kikoa Shaw and Regina Moss to report her dreams. What is the mystery behind the nightmares?
Yeah. Keep going, buddy. You're good.
Oh, shit. Right. Directed by my Melbourne friend, James Wan. I wish we were friends, but not really. Who also did Saw and Aquaman. Written by James Wan, who also did Dead Silence. Awesome film.
Forgot he did Dead Silence.
Yes, he did.
Super underrated.
I like that film. Yeah. Conjuring, obviously, always good, too. Conjuring 2. You didn't do Conjuring 1?
I don't. That's just the one that I just put the random ones on there. You know this.
No, I know. That's why I'm just making sure because I'm like, wait, because now you're almost like making me second guess. I'm like, did he not do the first?
Oh, he did.
All right. Anyways, sorry.
Kayla Cooper, who also did Hellfest and Megan. So Ingrid Bisu, who did Super YOLO Show, produced by James Wan, who produced Lights Out and obviously Mortal Kombat. Michael Clear, who also did Annabelle Creation and The Nun. Bobby, take that shit away, boy.
Starring Annabelle Wallace, Annabelle, Peaky Blinders, as Madison Mitchell. McKenna Grace, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Annabelle Comes Home, as young Madison. Maddie Hassan, whatever, close enough. Twisted, Mr. Mercedes as Sydney Lake. George Young, Containment. Falling for Christmas as Kikoa Shaw. Nicole Brianna White, and Encino Man, She Hate Me, as Regina Moss. Jean Louisa Kelly. What's up with the 3-word names this time? Jesus Christ. Uncle Buck, Top Gun Maverick, as Jane Doe Serena. Madison Wolfe, The Conjuring 2, I Kill Giants, as young Serena. Susanna Thompson, Little Giants. Arrow, as Janine Lake, whatever. Jake Abel, Percy Jackson, Supernatural, as Derek Mitchell. Jacqueline McKenzie, Deep Blue Sea, The 4400, as Dr. Florence Weaver. And Christian Clemson, Apollo 13, Mighty Joe Young, as Dr. Victor Fields. Chad?
Okay, to Heather, to answer your question, the young Madison in this movie, who was she in Ghostbusters Afterlife? She was Phoebe. She was the main fucking character.
Phoebe.
Phoebes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry, I got a little itch on my ankle here.
Ooh, itchy ass.
If my ass was all the way down there, we got problems. Okay, right. Music by Joseph Bishara, Insidious and The Conjuring. Cinematography by Michael Burgess, Annabelle Comes Home, and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Edited by Kirk Morey, Feast, and I just gotta say it like Brody says it, Aquaman.
Aquaman.
What two crazy combos of movies to have on your fucking roster, dude.
Yes. That's why I put them on there.
And Aquaman. Dude.
That is exactly why I put them on there.
Like, you know what? If I was presenting my fucking, like, whatever, it would be in that order. I'd be like, yes. Feast first.
Definitely. Effects and makeup by Spectral Motion. They did Pacific Rim and The Tomorrow War, among others. Distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures. Runtime of 111 midgets. Rated R for mature audiences. Budget of 40 mil. It only grossed 34.9 mil, but it did not have a big theatrical run.
I think they tanked themselves by putting it on streaming right away, honestly, at that one.
You got to remember, this was during the pandemic, too. They didn't really have much choice.
I actually saw this in the theater.
Did you?
I did. Like, it came out, like the first week it came out, and then my one friend wanted to go see it, I think the following week, and we're looking like it's not in theaters anymore. I'm like, what do you mean it's not? It just came out. Because at the time, I don't think they announced that it was not going to be in theaters long, as far as I remember. All of a sudden, a week later, it's gone. I'm like, it just came out. That doesn't happen with a movie unless it tanked, but it didn't tank its first week. Like, it made money. So that was very odd to see at the time.
Yep.
All right. So I got to say, going in, I remember Brody originally talking about this when it first came out. That was my biggest thing, was because him and TJ were all about it. I remember you guys, or at least I feel like it was presumed that this was going to be a present day Giallo film. And after watching it and still not particularly understanding Giallo, I feel like it hit all the knocks on this. And I know we discussed this a little bit before, but I obviously wanted to bring this into this because this is where it's here. But I feel like with all the color tones, the main killer in itself being like the shadowy person in the long overcoat, actually, it's also you could argue it, but I would say the killer is still part female because it's in a female's body, which it's not all the time, but you know what I mean. I would say that's a
we are going to get into spoilery territory here. So if you haven't seen this, you might want to go see it, then come back and watch
You know what? thank you for saying that, Chad, because I'm going to say this right now. I went into this movie already knowing the ending.
I didn't.
Oh,
And
really?
This was not a movie that, and normally that would not affect me in any which way, shape, or form. I don't care about spoilers, but this is one where if you had not, it makes it. I feel like it's way better of a ride. I still enjoyed it.
I agree.
But
I gotta say, I did not know I knew nothing about this movie, really. I went in completely blind. Didn't watch the trailer. Nothing.
That's
Didn't even know the twist beforehand. I saw it coming about halfway through. I correctly predicted how it was going to happen, the ending. I knew it was going to happen.
right, like I mean, with the amount of like blood trauma that keeps randomly happening after these events and stuff, you're like, all right, man, well, clearly. And then, once you kind of see the figure for like out of the shadowy style, like I would say like it's probably the second interaction with him.
And I think a good part of that is because I read The Dark Half in high school and saw the movie, and that's very similar. The storyline is very similar.
What?
Yeah.
We have
We can't.
Scoop.
Boobs.
Almost couldn't.
How are
hear
you
for a
here right now?
So we're not going just yet. She wants to
Ah.
wait just a little bit, but I just wanted to stop in and put a stop to the show. Tell you boys, love you guys.
We love
Have
you,
a
buddy.
kick-ass show.
Love you.
And we'll see what happens.
Good luck, buddy. Fingers
all
crossed
good luck,
for you.
We love you. Fingers crossed. We love
Love
you.
you guys.
Penis is
Got my
crossed
fingers
too.
crossed.
Penis is crossed to you, yes.
Cross the
Oh
streets.
man. Okay. That was surprising.
I know.
So, yes.
When,
If
No, go ahead,
before,
finish yours.
I was just gonna say, if you haven't seen the movie and you need to duck out now,
Do it now.
totally understand, because
Yeah.
once again, this is just it's one of those things where you don't want it ruined. It's just
No.
better to just enjoy it.
And
on the
there's no way we can talk about this without revealing the twist. You just
fuck
can't.
no,
No.
dude. Absolutely
Well,
not.
So I know when I saw the trailer is a very misleading trailer if you really watch it.
I didn't watch the trailer, so
So if you go back after this, anybody who's going to go watch it, if you go watch this trailer, it actually is a very misleading trailer. So as I'm watching the movie, because I'm like halfway through the movie, I didn't figure it out like Chad, but I'm like, she's connected to this somehow. But how the fuck is she connected to it? And I didn't figure it out until I think it really came through when after the scene where it looks like she's in that like clock tower, but it's actually the top of the house, and she's interacting with him, but then he's not there. I'm like, oh, you're him, but you're not. I'm like, wait, how? And then we see what happens after that and everything. That's when I figured it out.
word. So to replying to Heather, and that's fine if you weren't feeling this yellow vibe. I'm only bringing this here just as like actual like okay. Granted, it's from Wikipedia, so that shit can be changed too. But just an overall like encompassing of like what makes a movie giallo. So in Italian cinema, giallo pronounced giallo plural. Italian for yellow. We've all discussed this throughout the years on this fucking podcast. We know that. I actually retain that. I do know that. And the scene with the one bald doctor, his whole apartment is all yellow and all throughout it, and like everything, dude. The decor, it's crazy. And if you didn't notice that, go back and check that shit out. But it says is a genre of murder mystery fiction that is often contains slasher, thriller, psychological horror, sexploitation, and less frequently, but still, supernatural horror elements. I would say that's mostly everything with this movie. Maybe not so much the sexploitation.
Yeah, you get a little bit of all of that, except for the sex, like you said, this exploitation.
Yeah, that wasn't heavy by any means.
Because there's a
Just
little
didn't
bit
need it, but-
there's a little bit of supernatural with the fact that Gabriel has some kind of effect over electrical airwaves and like that.
and apparently he has super fucking strength too.
Yeah, he does. Like,
Or he is like he's full on tap with adrenaline. He could just like drop that shit. He's like, all right, adrenaline mode activate. And just fucking
well,
throw shit.
I also think that's also because he's still attached to the body. So it's like he himself has strength, but he's using her strength too. I'm sure we could go into that rabbit hole all day long with him being attached to her still.
So I will say, and I got to give credit for the wife to this one, but I agree with her 100%. I feel like James Wan is a really big Soul Calibur fan, and he just wanted Voldo as a bad guy, but didn't really know how to get Voldo into this. So it's like, all right, we're gonna do our own thing. Because that's all I felt like fucking watching this thing, dude. I was like, holy shit, this would be Voldo, but it looked way weirder than it did.
Shout out to my buddy Gene there in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Gene?
Howdy, Gene.
No, man, this movie was cool, and it definitely started. I liked how it started out. First of all, the intro threw me for a loop. I almost had to watch it twice because the way it's shot, like so clean, but then the style it's shot is so late 80s, early 90s cheese. Yes. It was distracting that I'm not even watching all this cool shit happening. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm like asking Jen, I'm like, does this look weird to you? Like, this just looks weird. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, something just feels fuzzy about this.
Okay, so I just want to get one thing about this movie off my chest, because the one thing that took me out of it and annoyed me is, okay, so when her sister goes to the old asylum looking for the medical records, and she walks in, and the place
she happens to grab that perfect box. And
okay, that was that too. But she's walking around, and the place is just full of like these old antique wheelchairs. And I'm sitting there thinking, why would they be using those? The place was active up until the 90s. Those wheelchairs would have been mothballed. They would have been trashed. They would have had more modern wheelchairs than that in use.
Maybe. As a person who worked in an old folks home, I still had some from the 80s.
Those were not from the 80s. Those were from like the 50s.
I mean,
maybe they just.
It's just
to get the spooky factor. Like,
that must have been. But it's like, I was watching, like, I don't think they would have been using these.
That's fair.
Because wheelchairs in the 90s looked nothing like that.
That was not even something that, like, pinged in my fucking brain. And that's, I was just thinking, I was like, oh man, this feels like Tower of Terror. No, this movie though, man, like, holy shit. First of all, I was not expecting the kill count.
Right?
Yes.
Scoob said he counted 46. There was just too many. I couldn't count.
I believe
because
it,
when all that insanity hits in the jail cell and extends into the police station, it just boom, 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 boom. You don't even get to see everything.
Now, we have had precincts of cops all taken out by people before. We've got Terminator. We've got Maniac Cop. I'm sure there's a few others that I'm fucking missing here somewhere. But like, this one, dude, was just holy fuck, man. This scene in question, and like I said to you gentlemen beforehand, made me feel like I was on some hardcore fucking drugs the way it was because it looked like stop motion animation. That's like the only way I could explain it. But like way smoother at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Brody, you said you haven't, like, you know what's going on here with this.
Yeah, tell us about the spider camera.
So essentially what it is like they obviously choreographed the scene before they filmed it. They set it all up. So they were able to get this all done in one take by setting up I'm pretty sure it's called a spider camera. So what it essentially is, it's up like obviously above like the set, and it's on wires, and they use these at like NFL, AFL games.
Okay, I know.
So it drops down.
So it can drop down on the lines and follow. So the way that it was sort of like motion detected in a way, so it followed Gabrielle. So Gabrielle, or the actress or the actor who was playing Gabrielle at the time, essentially had like a motion sensor attached to him, I'm pretty sure. So it followed that character around everywhere it went, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if you ever saw Lee Winnell's Upgrade. Did you ever see that?
No, I want to, because I've heard really good things about that shit.
That's the one they just announced for 4K release or something, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's the one. But essentially the same thing with that actor. If you watch the trailer, when the camera tilts up with the actor, it's sort of all like it's all like motion censored to an extent. So they were able to capture that all in one take with a bulging lens on it. I'm not sure what type of lens it was, but it was an oval.
It's not fisheye, obviously, but it definitely has that almost,
that circular, weird bubble
like
effect,
a panoramic kind of thing.
Yeah, like a vignette as well. So it was able to make shit like feel warped and it was coming at you, but it wasn't.
Oh, dude, that shit was
Trippy.
If they had that shit in 3D, if this movie came came
that'd
out,
be so fucking.
oh my god, I think that'd make you sick.
I think we need to talk about the fact that how impressive it was that was done in a single take.
That was so great.
I mean, listen, dude, any single shot. Not only that, was the top down through the house. That was all one take too. Right?
I love that shot so much.
The same camera. The same camera.
I really love that shot because you know what it made me think of?
Resident Evil.
Clue.
Oh yeah, they do that.
It's like
yeah,
you're looking at a Clue board.
Okay.
The way they laid out each room. And I look at him like, that looks like a game of Clue. I loved it.
It gave me Resident Evil 1 static camera vibes. And I was just like, oh shit, dude.
That's easily one of my favorite shots of the whole film.
No, that was, and it went way longer than I expected. Like she went up, I figured it would have probably ended when she got to the top of the stairs. But the fact that she kept coming and then went down like another fucking hallway. And it's just like, holy shit, dude, that was awesome.
That was.
That had to be all studio built house, right? Like,
it was built on a soundstage. But that's what I feel like James Wan does really well with his cinematography. He's always trying to figure out new and different ideas throughout each film. I feel, he really dabbles in that creativity behind shooting these scenes of action, but also being intense with his like horror shots as well. So he's really familiar with that type of territory, and he knows how to set up that shot, but while also trying to add a little bit more to it throughout each film that he does.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
No, I know exactly what you mean, because there was definitely some shots, and I can think of one in particular that feel very direct from Saw, the way he shot. And the one I'm thinking of is when Gabriel's up in his attic, and it's like that first reveal shot where it's coming in, it's panning in from the window, but it's swirling that whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's straight out of Saw. Like, and I haven't watched Saw in 20 fucking years.
God, I got to rewatch that.
But like, they even had some of that like industrial music going on with that shot. So I'm just almost like, oh man, that's like direct. But no, like, you could definitely see like where he's progressed over the years to get to like some of these great, dude, that fight scene though, that is just holy fuck.
Well,
that was insane.
Someone made that fight scene a WWE meme. They put commentary.
Oh my god, the stupid fucking chair at the end.
Yeah. They did it.
Dude, that thing fucking launched that shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So I want to say definitely with discussion, like I liked how they almost set this movie up. Obviously, in the beginning, you get some crazy intro where you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Feels very, I mean, it's 93, but it feels like it was shot in the 90s, like I was saying, which felt very, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, even the opening logo had like that VHS tracking. Process.
Yeah. But the rest of it wasn't like that, which was, I was like, was it only because we were in the 90s? That's why we
I think so, yeah.
shot like that? Which like really threw me off and made me like, had to catch my bearings almost. I don't know why. But then coming into it, when we start discovering, we don't know it's Gabriel yet, but I like how they almost kind of play it like it's a ghost movie.
Yes,
for a little bit. Like they really set up some good fucking jump scares. One of the best jump scares, dude, was that bitch in the window just fucking
yeah,
fucking got jammed so bad, dude. I was like, did you just jump? She's like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, she's like, how did that not see you? I'm like, because my slow ass was still like looking at her shadow, expecting it to do something, so I wasn't paying attention to the full fucking frame. But no, man, this movie had some great jump scares, dude.
Well, not even jump scares, but great setup. So when the girl is in the attic, and they're trying to find her, with the police are there, and and she's trying to explain that she's dead, but she didn't do it, and she falls through the ceiling. The setup of that alone was awesome for that scene. I loved it.
That fucking fall would suck.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now I did laugh because when Gabriel first called our main character here on the cell phone and was just like, hello. And I was just like, oh god, dude, this feels like Scream. Like, if he asked what's your favorite scary movie, I'm fucking out. But honestly, I like his voice better than Ghostface thing. I was like, that's what Ghostface should be almost. Like a little bit more like distorted, digitized or some bullshit.
This film is definitely a love letter to genre film.
Yes.
It has everything that that we're just even talking about. Like it's a throwback to that 80s era of B film, just with everything combined into it. And I like what you were saying there before about the Giallo, how it had everything like, it had somewhat of a taste of the modern day Giallo with elements of the big neon lights and the character design, like the leather coat, gloves.
And sometimes even the characters themselves kind of like, they weren't as like ridiculous as most characters are in a Giallo film, but there definitely was like some questionable moments or just like the ways they acted, which I'm like, yo, man, if that's where it's a Giallo, kind of makes sense.
Yep.
But
just and like, I mean, there obviously are some flaws with this type of film when you're trying to introduce so much genre into it, I feel, because it feels like, and it might be just throughout the editing or whatever it was, but it feels like it goes from point A to point C without explaining point B.
Yes.
In
I agree with
some elements of the film, like they just sort of, to me, it feels like James Wan was just like, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want. I don't care if shit doesn't get explained. Maybe if there's a sequel, that'll later come into it. But even though it still made sense, if you know what I mean, because I had some questions like, well, I might be looking into it a little bit too hard, but the real questions I had was what the fuck was going on, like with Gabrielle's powers. Like, did they discover throughout human anatomy that twins can experience telekinesis more than the singular human, or that they're more equipped to have these powers, or was just, in an experiment? Did they just experiment on Gabriel and then he ended up conjuring these powers? I just had questions like that. Explain a little bit more about why he was able to talk through the fucking radio.
That was like, I mean, and they bring that whole electricity thing right in from the get-go, which is nice. Yeah. It's not like it's something that's just introduced down the road. But the fact that, there isn't, and maybe you're right. Maybe James Wan's like, why do you need an explanation, man? Just, it's a fantastical movie. Just fucking go with it, dude. And it's like,
and we could be right.
Movie shit.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Taylor?
Hi, Tay.
Hello.
But
hoi hoi.
We could be right as to, he just wants to be like, I don't want to explain it. But at the same time, I do agree with Brody. I'm like, I feel like that needs it because that brings that supernatural element to like, well, how can something that's part of her brain make that happen? Like,
see, I kind of like it this way. I kind of like it not being explained. I'm not sure I really need an explanation. I mean, I like the mysterious element to that.
I mean, the fact that we're getting limbs fucking that flipped backwards and now you have 10 times the strength. And I'm like, yo, dude, what the fuck's going on here? Let me do that shit. Like,
see, I feel like that's what sort of separates it from being a Giallo film to what we normally see, because a Giallo film,
I could totally understand that.
Yeah, because there's so much involved. Like, it has those themes and elements of a Giallo film, but it's balls to the wall. It's nonstop, like, violence, where in a Giallo film, for me personally, yes, we get the intense violent scenes when they happen, but it's more of a murder mystery leading up to those moments where which is that type of film, but it's supernatural. There is so much going on in this film. The violence definitely is the middle part. There's so much of that violence that sort of, ends up being a slasher film more than a Giallo film.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot crammed into this fucking film that I love personally. It's my type of film, that B movie feel about it. But and I will admit this, like when me and Mr. Bowser were watching the trailer for this, and like Bobby said, it's very fucking misleading because we thought we were going to get a full like Giallo film. Like we're going to be like, holy fuck, he's doing a modern day Giallo film, which ends up being that, but much more, as in like so much crammed into it that it doesn't feel like it at times, if you know what I mean.
Let's take a look at Juan's
history.
Yeah, discography. I don't know who you want to call it.
Filmography.
Filmography. There you go. His shit, dude, is like usually balls to the wall, dude. I mean, let's look at the Saw series alone. So, like, if you were to tell me that James Wan, out of all directors, is doing a Giallo, I feel like this would definitely be, obviously this is his interpretation of it, where it's gonna be like that, like you said. And that's one reason why maybe I don't like the originals, is because they're a lot slower paced, things like that. Where this is just like, hey, this keeps the dopamine just fucking flying each fucking like 5 seconds.
Absolutely. And I kind of feel as well, I mean, this shouldn't be a really big fucking deal, and you're taking that out of the Italian environment, which the majority of them are held in, and you put them in a setting of America itself. Yeah, like I think that plays a little bit of a big part for me personally, because if you go back to the Argento films, they're all got accents and overdubbing, and it just sort of, I mean, obviously different eras, different times, but that sort of takes it away from me a little bit, just with the accents and the locations itself. But
so, I mean, so what you're saying is, like, as long if it toned it back, so if it almost didn't have probably that precinct scene, which I feel like that would probably be fantastic fucking scene, but I feel like if you took that out, maybe it would be more
definitely.
Absolutely.
Points of that, because that shit definitely took it to like, all right, we're gonna off 25 people here in 10 seconds.
But at the same time, I also feel like it would have been like kind of the period. But I feel also in today's modern age that I don't think that would have worked, because now everybody is so desensitized. The more crap in your face, the better, to a degree.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man,
this is like this is Giallo for the ADHD generation.
That's me. That's a fucking poster boy right there, dude.
Okay, so I think we really need to discuss the ending and what would have happened after the ending, because despite all the things that Gabriel's done, and despite her beating Gabriel,
she's in prison.
There is no way. There is no way she's not in prison or an asylum.
And the sequel is she escaping from either the prison or the asylum,
or
massive body
jail,
count.
One of the two, one
dude,
of the three.
She's in like federal prison, bro.
Like, that was all I thought about right at the end of the movie. And
give me 5 more minutes of the other SWAT team coming in to fucking arrest her.
I saw that, and I'm like, immediately, I'm like, there is no way she's not going to prison.
But I will bet you this: if they were to do a sequel, she is not in either, and she is telling people how to deal with their mental health. How much you want to bet none of that happens? Because they would do that. They would certainly do that.
I think it'd be cool, like Gabriel is fully take over her for a sequel.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, man. I need to be skinnier because I want to cosplay this, dude. I think this would be fucking fun as hell. Just have like a weird backwards thing, dude. Have the long hair. Obviously, your face would be Gabriel's, so I'd have the weird her face on the back of my head. Be fucking sweet, dude. Make that sweet, cool knife, dude. Let's talk about the knife.
Oh, that thing was
a cool weapon, man.
Made out of a fucking award of all things.
Yes.
There you go. Another contribute to the Giallo genre, the knife with the leather gloves and shit.
So leather gloves. We definitely got a lot of scenes of putting them leather gloves on, which is good because Gabriel doesn't want leaving prints around. He's smart enough. Like, obviously he knows.
Backwards prints.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But man, that the fact that we got this cool fucking I don't even know what you want to call that, because it's like a punch dagger almost. The way the handle's set up and everything.
It looks like something you could see in like a mythological horror film. Like, this is the dagger you use.
That or just like some medieval shit for sure.
I know.
Yeah,
I know Hawkman has something like that, but I can't remember what it's called.
But yeah, it's essentially like, what do I want to say?
It's like a knuckle duster to an
yeah.
Yes.
But dude, like the blade is just fucking nasty.
Oh,
I like how it's actually in the first scene that we see at the start of the film. It's behind the doctor talking to the audience.
So you know what?
You actually see it.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that whole time I'm focused on the gold fucking scissors on the desk. I'm like, them bitches are going to come into play, and they never fucking came into play.
That's what I thought.
Nice
little red
gold
herring. Scissors. Them shits are coming. Yeah, right, dude. It was the red herring weapon.
You know what his main weapon reminded me of? Fucking RoboCop's fucking thing that it came out of his knuckles when he had to stick it in the fucking information reader.
So originally, like I told the boys before we started, when it was in statue form still, it reminded me of Black Christmas with the unicorn statue. At least that kill, even too, just like the
Mhm.
way it kind of like showing it up and everything like that.
Yep.
I don't know if that's what it was alluding to by any means, but I'm glad that it wasn't just left like it was in Black Christmas. You know what I mean? Like the remake of Black Christmas made it a weapon, but we're not going to talk about that fucking trash piece. So yeah, let's see, dude. So we got some crazy fucking shots. We got a lot of different styles all over this whole fucking movie, from just intro to throughout the rest of it. I think the acting wise was pretty solid in this shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Too. Like nobody really seemed like super hammed in. Okay, so we talked about the fight scene, but we never talked about the pre-fight scene to the fight scene of when she was murking all those chicks in the jail cell.
Oh, that's such
Because
a
holy
oh my God.
fuck, dude! Like that shit was fucking crazy. That's I
And
think.
how the actual reveal of Gabriel himself.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
that was
actual like
fucking
coming
cool.
out the fucking like the skull. That was cool as
That
hell.
was very cool.
And that's when you get the actual like full 100% of Gabriel walking like he does
Mhm.
and just murking people, dude, like with double jointed fucking ease.
I was actually watching a behind the scenes footage of that scene, how we get the reveal of Gabriel, and Norman Cabrera, who I've actually had the honor to speak to, he was like working the puppetry on the face of Gabriel. So you see him behind the scenes with the fucking remote control in his hand, like it's like a Nintendo 64 game, and he's like fucking laughing. He's like looking back at like James Wan going, like a little kid in the candy store. It's so fucking funny. It's
Dude,
on
it's just like
YouTube.
it's like a super fucked up version of Quato or something like that.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hate it. But no, I liked how that still had like weird, like a little mouth and everything like that.
Yeah.
Well, I like how we saw what he looked like before he looks like what he does, because he looked like, talk about a real mutant.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's crazy if you think about the
Reveal.
surgery they have to do
To
to,
remove
like-
all that.
Yeah, holy shit.
And they couldn't like completely remove like his face, so they just shove it into her fucking skull.
Yeah.
And in real life, like there were incidences, not obviously to this extent, where they would be attached to the head. They can't remove certain parts of the brain because it's part of the brain, so they have to leave it there.
Well, I know I'm sidebarring a little bit here, but Chad brought it up before the dark half at the start of that, when we see the eye and the brain. And that always sort of, I was like, they should have left that eye inside the brain. I don't know how they were able to fucking remove it, especially in the 1960s. Like, it just never made sense to me, that scene. Like, surely the kid would be fucking brain dead or a vegetable or something, you know, because the eye is like right on top of the fucking brain. At
True.
the start of the movie. I don't know if you used to seen it. That's just
Well, he
sort
ended
of
up
something that,
he turned into an alcoholic anyway, so maybe that was the side effect.
yeah, true. Sorry for the sidebar, but
No,
then,
you're fine.
No,
yeah.
you're absolutely, hey man, sticks with it. So yes, obviously we're all at the point. If you haven't figured it out, Gabriel comes out of her head, controls her body, Volo style. Dude, even the weapon honestly is a little almost Voldo like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because like if it's not size style like he usually has, where it's like a 3-pointed dagger, but just alone, just the like, dude, if he had 2 of them bitches, it'd be fucking awesome. Maybe that would be the sequel,
Yeah.
like just dual knives.
See, I actually had an idea for James Wan and Lee Winnell to meet up again, because Upgrade is Lee Winnell's thing, and obviously this is James Wan's. Don't want to spoil anything for you. I just had an idea that the character from Upgrade by the end of the film could actually be a crossover as a versus against Gabriel in this, and that would be such a fucking awesome fight. So if you watch Upgrade, and you know what I'm talking about, by
I
the end
gotta
of the
see
film,
what it's on, dude. I gotta watch this
Dude,
movie.
I've never watched it.
it's
I've
fucking
heard great
underrated.
things, dude.
It's like Venom. It's like if Venom, what Venom should have been, and it's basically a modern day RoboCop. So when I met Lee Winnell, I asked him. I said,
That's what I heard. It's better. It's like RoboCop,
Yeah.
but like
"Yeah,
better.
RoboCop meets Death Wish."
Oh
That's
shit, dude!
my
It's on Hulu and Roku. All right, cool.
It's
nice.
called Upgrade.
Yeah, it came
Yeah.
out in 2018.
Ooh.
and it has a knockoff Tom Hardy. So that's why people were trying to compare it to like Venom, because the actor in Upgrade looks like Tom Hardy.
Oh,
and
he does, dude. He's just
and
like
it's
a little
basically
darker.
Venom film.
Great value, Tom Hardy.
No, this guy is also from the movie Devil. Who plays
Yeah, that's right. He was in the Elevator Devil.
Yes.
Yeah.
He does look like Tom Hardy. Holy fuck, dude! There's one
I think
picture of him.
I know. I think we even mentioned that guy looked like Tom Hardy when we reviewed Devil.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Prometheus. Oh,
Yes, he was.
god damn it! Yeah,
Spider-Man too, I think.
And The Invisible Man, I think. The newest one. I could be wrong.
Nah, that Lee Winnell directed that. That was a different actor.
See,
That's it.
that movie is where it was Tom Hardy playing himself, like him and his brother. They should have just had this dude and Tom Hardy. Fucking fine, dude. Is there anything else we want to discuss before we hide? Or
I just want to mention, what did you guys think of the actual transitional scenes of like when Gabrielle puts her under?
Oh,
Like,
so they were. I didn't hate them. I don't. I mean, obviously, you're going to have to do it with CGI.
Yeah, there's no way around that.
Yeah, like I was trying to think of like, how could you ever do this practically? And I don't think you could, especially if you want things that turn into other things.
Right.
Like specifically, like when she's flipping through her house and it's transforming into that bald doctor's house, and you have literally framework going into. It was cool how it was done. Like I liked. It was very intricate, almost Inception feeling.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit.
Yep.
But no, it was solid. I think it was the only thing. I don't even know if the CGI could be honestly better or not. Maybe the budget still went to other stuff too.
I thought the CGI they used was fine. It didn't distract it too much.
Yeah.
No, it didn't feel as clean as it could have been for some reason. And maybe that's just me being a little nitpicky. I don't know why, but
no, I got that vibe from the one shot take of the police station massacre. They actually had to use CGI for some of the the guy gets his arm amputated, and that even looked a little bit sketchy,
little cartoony.
Yeah, it was a bit hit and miss.
I mean, that scene alone though was just so like high octane. Like I just felt like I could see where you're going with it. I feel it flowed with the scene, but at the same time, yeah, man, how do you do that without?
That's true. Yeah,
practical effects, well, fantastic. Yeah. Tell me use someone video. What?
What is this?
Tell me when you use someone, maybe ask or give them credit. I'm not going to strike you.
Is this that guy that hassles Scuba all the time?
What are we talking? What the hell is this?
Yeah, what's this?
I don't know.
Grave video.
We don't have that, so whoever you are, get the hell out of here.
Jog on. Use someone video. Maybe. What video did we use? We used Scuba's.
We didn't use. Yeah,
that's the only video we fucking used besides our own intro.
That's his video. So
yeah, we have permission from Scoops. He's part of the show.
Whatever.
Anyways, so yeah. Was there anything else to discuss before we decide to spread the curtains?
No.
All right, Chad Daddy, take it away. What do we got?
Okay, so first off, who the fuck is this? He used my Bill Paxton Grave video. What is he talking about?
What is the Bill Paxton Grave video?
We're not even talking about Bill Paxton.
This is not even a Bill Paxton movie. Who are you?
Anyway,
I'm just going to continue. The Seattle Underground is a real tour open to the public. And I have to admit, I know nothing about the history of Seattle. I had no idea that there was another Seattle built underneath that one.
Interesting.
Well, yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Honestly, I would want to explore that shit.
Same.
As hell.
Same.
I was very intrigued by that. I was like, ooh, that would be fun.
Maybe it has something to do with because it's such a rainy place. Something I'm willing to bet the weather plays into it.
Okay,
dude, how can we possibly ripped off your Paxton video and we have no idea what the fuck you're talking about?
Yeah, spread my Bill Paxton curtains.
Yeah, tell us what episode that is, homie, and we'll get to it.
Okay. Anyways, the patient report for Emily May is copied directly from the Wikipedia article on Craniopagus parasiticus, which would be the parasitic twin.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, guys. And a little burp there. Stephen King praised this movie on Twitter, writing, "I watched Malignant on HBO and thought it was brilliant." So it got his seal of approval for.
Do you guys know? It was in the season for Freaks for American Horror Story. They kind of had this character where it was like the dude on the back of the head, but like it's supposed to be like a famous like fairy tale thing. Do you remember that name at all?
No idea.
No idea what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna look it up then.
So I would have to go back and watch because I have no idea.
I gotta look this shit up.
Oh, you mean the guy that was supposedly really based on?
Yeah.
It's in further down here, but there is no evidence to support that guy ever really existed. Like,
I didn't think
there's
I
a
didn't think
couple
it was like a
newspaper articles,
Ripley's.
but
I figured it was like a Ripley's Believe It or Not kind of thing.
yeah, I would say not on that one. On October 19th, 24th, 2019, James Wan clarified. Did I say it right? Wan.
Juan.
Clarified that the film is not based on his graphic novel Malignant Man, stating it's definitely not a superhero film. Malignant is an original thriller not based off any existing IP.
Damn.
I could believe it. And also to touch on the Stephen King thing, now that you say that, I know this feels like Jallo, but it's definitely got some craziness that certain Stephen King films do have. I could see why he would like it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
I'm looking through our library here. Anyways.
Okay. I was going to do the same thing, but then I got stuck doing
No,
this.
you're fine.
It's
On
a
one
near
of the
dark episode.
What's that?
It's the near dark episode with Bill Paxton in it. He starts.
And what does that have to do with the gray?
That was the one with just Chad and I in it.
Yeah, it was.
Because we were the only ones that got to fucking watch it.
Yeah.
It still makes me wonder, though. But all right.
One of the promotional posters of Malignant features a woman's head with her face completely missing. This particular poster was heavily inspired by the promotional poster of the Polish film Interrogation from 1989.
Ooh, I'm gonna look that up then.
That's awesome.
The great Nicolas Cage is a big fan of the movie, calling it an inspiration and his favorite horror film of the year.
Damn.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, all right.
Praise from
Wasn't that-
Caesar himself.
Was that the season? Was that the year Mandy came out? Or was Mandy 20? No, Mandy was.
And he was older. That was like 2016, wasn't it?
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I don't know why I was thinking it was older or newer. Anyways, sorry about that.
That's quite all right. Malignant was originally scheduled to be released in the U.S. on August 14th, 2020, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the film was removed from the release schedule in March of 2021.
No, understandable then.
Then it came out, September?
Yeah. I think it came out like mid-September, something like that.
The cover for the movie bears a close resemblance to the cover for Eyes of Laura Mars, a movie where the main female protagonist also has visions of murders.
Okay.
I think John Carpenter wrote that film.
That might be why it sounded so familiar.
Yeah.
What was it
It's
called
got-
again?
It's
The
got
Eyes of
Tommy
Laura
Lee
Mars.
Jones. Tommy Lee Jones is in it too, I think.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew I'd heard about it somewhere. Okay, continuing on. When Madison and Sydney are talking to Detective Sean Moss at the police station, Sydney compares Madison to a psychic, and Moss sarcastically refers to Madison as Wikipedia Brown. This is a reference to the Encyclopedia Brown books and stories about a 10-year-old Leroy Encyclopedia Brown who had helped the police chief father solve crimes and ran a detective agency out of the family garage to solve neighborhood crime. I actually read some of those books when I was a kid.
Not bad at all. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
And you're right. Yes, Carpenter wrote it, and it was his first big studio film that he actually wrote for.
Cool bananas.
Right on.
Sorry.
That's right.
Just
You're still trying to figure everything out, huh?
I did, and we did, but it wasn't anything like it was. Honestly, we were just trying to like pay tribute to fucking Bill Paxton. That dude made an awesome video, so apologize. We weren't trying to rip you off, homie. It was just more like just show the love, I guess. I don't know, man. Like it wasn't anything. It's not like we're fucking making money off this shit, right?
Yeah,
like we're just doing this to fucking kill our own time. But yeah, apologies. We weren't trying to fuck piss anybody off. Funny enough, though, we were having a banner on the bottom, and on the bottom, as I was just reading it, does say James Wan is a visionary.
Oh, you're joking.
So it's kind of funny.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay. Both Annabelle Wallis and George Young made their film debuts in Bollywood films.
Oh shit. Okay.
interesting.
Hell of a way to get started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Hold on. Ingrid Bisu, who co-wrote the story, has a brief role of Detective Winnie and is also the wife of producer, writer, director James Wan. She also has previously been in the Conjuring universe movies The Nun and The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It, both produced and written by Wan as well.
Which
Nice.
I really enjoyed the first two Conjuring movies. I never watched the third one.
Dude, I cannot fucking.
I heard mid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still good, but it's mid.
Dude, the first one and the third one are on Max, and the second one is nowhere.
I think
Really?
the
Like,
second
you have,
one
you
is
have to,
actually.
you have to pay it. You have to pay to rent it from fucking Amazon.
I think the
The
second one's
first
a lot more
film.
popular.
The first Conjuring film is probably the only film that's ever scared me in the cinema. I shit myself watching that fucking film.
Which scene was it? The clap?
No, it wasn't the clap. It was because I'd seen that in the trailer. They
Oh,
spoiled
okay.
that.
Okay.
Dude,
it-
I
it-
laughed when I saw that scene in the trailer, but seeing it
Yeah.
in the movie itself, it did work.
Yeah. No, it's the one where the girl is banging her head on the cupboard, and then we get the real tight close up of like the sister looking back at her, and then it reveals the witch on top of the wardrobe, and she that fucking scared the shit out of me.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool for
She
sure.
was ugly looking.
Sexy.
That
That was. I know. I should revisit that movie. I haven't watched that in a fucking minute, dude.
Right on.
Poor Bill Paxton.
Okay, Annabelle Wallis and Patricia Velasquez both starred in film remakes of The Mummy. Wallis was in The Mummy in 2017, and Velasquez was in both The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, these cinematic Brendan Fraser classics.
we don't talk about the 2017. That movie never existed.
We don't talk about The Mummy Returns either because of the Scorpion King.
Well, yeah, that's.
I like The Mummy Returns.
Dude, that was the worst CGI I've ever seen, though.
No. I'm not. Homie, I will not disagree with you in any which way, shape, or form. However, I still like it as a solid sequel.
It was all right.
Like it's, and you know what? I even like the third one. I don't like it as much because they took out Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, I can't watch it
Beyond.
because she's not in it. That's
Like the other girl, she does an okay job, but it's not. They just don't have the same chemistry by any means. But I don't know, man. I thought the second one was.
I like the second one.
If they could somehow ever go in and clean up that shit, not that they
somebody
ever
has.
fucking would.
Somebody has. It's
Oh,
on YouTube.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It
man.
does look a little better.
Use some like Unreal 5 fucking engine shit. Make some new fucking, but make it like The Rock now. Don't make it Young Rock. Make it fucking bald.
No,
just
they made it Young Rock.
damn it. No, I want bald and give him like all his tattoos. Straight out of Fast and Furious. He's already sweaty. He's good. Just add him in.
Dude, you want to see him sweaty? Watch Hobbs and Shaw. He's covered in sweat the entire
It's
movie.
the Fast and Furious series, man. Whatever was in Rock's contract, they were like, listen, you need to be perspiring 250% every time you were on camera. Well, what if
You
it's
are
not
not
even
wrong.
hot out?
Especially,
you will be
like,
the only one who was sweaty. But
the
you
very
are
first one when they're in Brazil, with the very first
Yeah,
one that he's in,
and he's
With-
talking to fucking Vin Diesel, and
Mhm,
he's
yep.
sitting there all chill with everybody, and it's at nighttime, and they're all relaxed, and he is just he looks
Yeah.
like my
Oh
ass
my God.
10 minutes off the
Exactly.
treadmill, dude, just
Exactly.
dripping off the nose, fucking just huffing, fucking just
It's like asking him, "You okay?" I'm fine.
right. You're like, what the fuck did they do to him?
He
man?
was
They just,
so sweaty in that movie, dude.
and like, but none of his other people were, which is even better. I'm like, why is the it's all that fucking
He was glistening. That's a good word for it. He's glistening.
Hello. His name was Sweaty during film. Hello, Sweaty.
That's probably why
Swan
him
sweaty.
and fucking Vin Diesel had fucking things because Vin Diesel's like, man, you fucking sweated on me, you asshole. Anyways, what else we got?
Yeah, we could go on this whole Vin Diesel The Rock tangent, and I don't think we need to go down that rabbit hole right now.
No, fuck that shit, dude.
In the scene where Madison's talking to Gabriel on the phone in the bathroom, the camera is angled so that the back of her head is seen in a mirror, so it's as if we see her and Gabriel at the same time during their conversation.
I gotta go
there's a little
rewatch
bit of
that.
foreshadowing there.
I was so not paying attention.
You bastard.
Well,
dare
hey,
you.
hey.
Anything else, Chad?
Fucking day.
Let's see. Dr. Weaver explains that Gabriel is a teratoma. In the third act, he refers to himself as a monster. Etymologically, the prefix is terat and terato, and teras means monster in Greek. The last part of the word, the suffix oma, means tumor. So basically, she called him a monster tumor.
It's not a tumor.
I mean, not wrong, I guess.
It's time to remove the cancer.
Yeah,
Or
but it's
cut out
still
the
always
cancer. That was it. Cut out the cancer.
so. Like, I mean, if we ever got a sequel, I feel like we're definitely gonna have some more like crazy in mind, like cell kind of shit going on. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna have an internal fight in the brainscape.
See, I can almost see like the setup in the sequel where she's going to be in an asylum, and there's going to be a doctor that does like some kind of post-hypnotic regression therapy, and it just unleashes Gabriel fully.
Right? Like, you can't have the same thing of like her just getting hit in the head and like knocking.
Yeah.
That, like, you can't do that.
I think we would also have to see, or would see, maybe something of he actually starts to turn into a full, like, separate human. But he still has the way he's jointed in this movie, still jointed that way.
It just ends up becoming another Scanners movie.
Right?
Take on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait a
See,
minute.
now you said that, but now I'm just like, well, what if he tried to jump personality ship into a whole different body or something?
Well, he's
Like,
got
that
that
would be going
telekinesis going.
Yeah, I
again.
mean, with the
I don't-
whole right, or he could just, I mean, maybe totally like just turn himself into an AI thing or something. I don't know. You have a lot of weird territory with the whole electromagnetic control. So
that's
maybe she ends up in a mental asylum, and then they try to lobotomize with the shock therapy, and something fucking happens. I don't.
what do we want to call that? Electrokinesis, maybe?
Yeah.
or a lobotomy almost. Close to it.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Chad Daddy, anything else?
Okay, the scenes where Gabriel is seen walking or running were not made using CGI. After Gabriel is played in disguise by Ukrainian actress Marina Mazipa, a professional dancer and contortionist seen in America's Got Talent, Auditions 3, America's Got Talent, Judge Cuts 4. She's been in like 4 different series of America's Got Talent.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man. Whatever the fuck she was doing looked fucking awesome.
She did great.
And I always
it looked painful too.
It did.
Yeah.
Like, it just very uncomfortable. I mean, well, yeah, we got limbs moving backwards. That's always going to be uncomfortable. But that scene where, like, she's hiding or Gabriel's hiding up in the corner, dude, and the knife's, like, tucked down the back, but essentially it would be Gabriel's front. Like, that shit was just cool, like, the way he grabbed it and then, like, fucking spider leapt down.
Yeah.
I don't know. It did. It just looked so weird.
He definitely had some very spider-like movements.
Yes.
Right, like if I'm double jointed like that, can I all of a sudden crawl on walls? Because that would be awesome.
I would.
I mean, obviously he's got super strength, so that's why he's able to like hold himself up with like finger grip.
Wait. He has that weird electrical power, static electricity, like when you rub a balloon on your head.
Yo, I will say, man, killing somebody through their pacemaker is pretty fucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, despite all the gory stabbings and everything, excuse me, getting singed from the inside like that, just, oof.
Well, that's why I think that James Wan and Lee Winnell's upgrade in this film would work so fucking perfect. So you have to watch it, and you
I can see where you're kind of I can see where you're going with it, though. Or at least I have an idea for sure.
Yeah. I was just going to mention, like, some of the movements, like when we get to see the reveal of Gabriel, and like that looks painful in the jail cell. But there was also some moments throughout the film where he sort of walks like a crab, and it reminded me of the spider scene from The Exorcist.
Yes.
Yes. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I love how people keep bringing up the spider walk scene in The Exorcist, and that wasn't even in there until recently.
The director's cut, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chad Daddy?
The scene in the beginning of the film where the home intruder breaks down Madison's door violently, throwing her against the ground where she falls unconscious, symbolizes Gabriel forcing himself into her consciousness and body control. Her door is shown intact and unharmed later in the film, foreshadowing that the violent exchange took place all in her head.
That makes sense. Like the door just get blown off the hinges like that. Just him busting out. Yeah. Nice.
Got a little bit more here, guys. The recurring theme in the soundtrack is an instrumental version of Where Is My Mind by the Pixies, famously used in Fight Club, which has a similar twist ending.
No shit.
Oh, never heard the song, so now I got to listen to it.
I love Brody nodding along because apparently he already picked up on that.
Yep. It's like ding, 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 ding. You could tell that was recurring throughout the theme.
Okay.
Believe that song.
Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? The name of the film refers to the medical term for the type of cancer which, when untreated, can lead to death. Dr. Weaver makes a remark on this in the prologue of the film.
Aha. Yo, man, you know what? Super side note, but it's still obviously about the movie. One thing we never talked about was just the house in itself. Dude, this was a cool... I mean, James Wan always picks out like super high caliber like houses for all
Yes,
his
he does.
fucking... Like he always has great exterior shots in there and
Gothic aesthetic.
Oh, for sure. But like, I'm just thinking about when the husband was sleeping downstairs and he heard the clanging going around and he looks up like, dude, just how big that downstairs is and just like how like roundabout interconnected. I'm like, oh man, you could really fuck with somebody in that house, dude, just running around in circles and shit.
Dude, okay. So the scene where I think she was like gathering up her laundry or something and just walking down the hallway.
Yes.
I saw all the doors in that hallway. I'm like, God, there's more doors in that hallway than in my house.
And there was just two people in that fucking house, dude.
Yeah.
It's a lot of house.
It was a lot of house.
That's why, like, one thing I like about James Wan's films, especially when it comes to cinematography, is the shots feel real. With the shot that's above and you watch her going through the house, it seems like the houses and the roofs are high enough where, like, yeah, that could actually work. It doesn't seem like we're on a set for it.
That's the new Contra Laundry Edition. Anyways.
Okay.
What else you got,
Madison's real name is Emily May. According to the Zodiac, the month of May is for Gemini, which means two different personalities in the same person. Madison and Gabriel are two different personalities sharing the same body.
God,
that is true. Yeah.
That's deep.
I was going to say, that's definitely a level I would have never fucking thought about, but all right. Holy shit.
Okay, the last thing I got here, the scene where all the women are violently killed in the jail cell features Zoe Bell. She's also in the movie Raised from 2013, in which women are put in cells and are forced to violently kill each other, and the gore is very similar.
And she is a Quentin Tarantino familiar. Like she was in Death Proof. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She's a stunt woman.
What movie was that called?
Raze, R-A-Z-E.
R-A-Z-E. Okay. It sounds like oh man, it almost sounds like Belko Experiment a little bit or something. The way you just explained that. That's kind of cool.
Yep. So that's everything I got.
All righty. Well, thank you for that, Dark Lord.
My pleasure.
All right, boys. What format did we watch this on?
Blu-ray DVD.
Netflix.
Ooh. I went with HBO Max.
Well, they have it on Netflix out down there. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Nice. I think it's also on Tubi going on right now. You said, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So you guys can catch it anywhere if you haven't already. All right. Douche of the film.
The husband.
I gotta go husband, man.
The
like,
husband
how do
was
you
a
not?
Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
That guy
I'm
was the male
sorry,
version
honey.
of a cunt.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Chad.
That is if Glazer survived the burning
Yes.
and then became an actual like member of society.
No. This wasn't Glazer. This was the guy from fucking The Wraith.
I didn't watch The Wraith with you guys.
That guy was
yeah.
Glazer.
Yeah?
He was a fucking dick.
He was.
I don't think I've never watched. I know Charlie Sheen's in it, but I've never watched. I remember when you guys reviewed it though.
Movie. Awesome fucking movie.
I believe that's still on Tubi as well. If you want to check it out.
Nice. Yo, man, I'm not gonna lie. So I was thinking about this, and I'm not gonna try to go super side note on this. and obviously I'd want Steve's input on this, but we give Tubi shouts out all the fucking time.
Yes, we do.
So, and I know we got a whole list, but I'm not saying if we want to take out one, I can even do mine. But Tubi's got a lot of originals right now, and a lot of them are horror movies. They're probably fucking garbage, but I feel it's almost like our due diligence to maybe do one.
Yes.
And only because we love to, like, we always give Tubi so much credit.
Okay, I saw when I got on Tubi the other day, I saw one of the first ones that it suggested. I cannot remember the name of it. I will get back to you guys on this, but it's an Australian film.
Okay.
And they go into the outback and they're looking for something, and there's like some kind of monster chasing them, and I can't remember. The preview looked really cool. I'll look it up and let you guys know what it is.
I just happened to be on there today, and I didn't realize how many Tubi originals they already fucking have out, and I'm like, holy shit. Now, obviously, I'm assuming some of these movies were ones that were already like made and trying to get like produced, whatever. And Tubi's like, yeah, we'll fucking pick this up.
Yeah, the name of this movie is like Carnivore or something. Hold on, I'm gonna boot it up real quick.
No, you're fine, dude. But no, I think whether we do maybe Terror Train just because we've done the original Terror Train, but I don't know. I just thought it would be something cool. Like I said, I'd obviously want to get
Dude, I
agree.
I'm kind of interested in checking out their version of Terror Train, to be honest.
Well, that's what I was just saying as you stepped away. I go, whether it might be just Terror Train because we've done the original, and that would make the most sense to me. No, you're fine. I'm glad we were on the same wavelength here, though, for sure.
No, that would be cool to do, honestly. I
don't know.
Just do it.
Like, yeah, I mean, just dude, like, I don't know how many times I'm on that fucking channel watching shit. I'm like, this is honestly the best streaming channel, dude. It is. Where the fucking god it is. It
literally has a bit of everything.
Yeah, it's free.
It does.
The horror section is fantastic, dude. Like, it's got dumpy horror too, but it's also got really good horror and a lot of name brand shit that like most others don't.
It's called Carnifex. CarniFex.
All right. Well,
yeah, I did see the trailer for that recently. They go into like the bush or
yeah.
Like
okay, it says in here, on their quest into the Australian outback to track the animals left displaced by bushfires, a trio discovers a terrifying species and realizes they're the ones being tracked.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bro.
You know something? I'm going to have to check that shit out.
Fuck. If it's the Yowie, dude, I'm fucking.
Oh. fucking Kalgoorlie Yowie.
Right? All right. So, douche of the film, that was pretty much unanimous. Husband.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite kill.
The whole the jail scene. The whole jail scene is
That's the easy one for me. The pacemaker exploding.
Dude, the pacemaker was fucked.
I don't know what. There's something about that. Just
because that one, like it's not a quick kill.
Right.
No, it's
you know
not.
What I mean? Like you got to wait for that thing to fucking explode, so he can feel that burning the whole fucking time until it gets to that point.
It's creative.
It was very creative.
Yes.
I'm going Dr. Fields, the second death, where he gets stabbed through the face multiple times. Where it's
Dude, that shit was fucking grisly, man.
Just when you saw the body afterward, the way the face was just mangled.
And the way Gabriel was like stabbing him too, it was like, fucking, what the fuck is this? Like, what's going on here? Because it was all backwards, see? And it looked out of whack. I thought,
I'm sad that we kind of got screwed on the third Doctor death.
Yes, there should have been more to that one.
Like they probably were just like, "Yeah, you don't need it," but it's like, no.
I think they made up for it though at the end.
They definitely did. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's that whole, not just the jail cell, but the jail cell leading into like the precinct, dude. Like, I don't know what part's fucking crazier, man. The jail cell is definitely more like almost horrific. And that's where like. I would say against the cops almost felt like, like our buddy said, like almost like V for Vendetta, maybe like little Matrix style, where it was like, it was horrific, but it was horrific in more of like a action sequence style, where the other one was just straight up more like
she ripped out a chunk of the girl's neck, she curbed the other one.
Oh, that
head stomp was so fucking good,
dude. That's why I say I can't say favorite scenes for that because that might take best scene for me. You know what, dude? I might have to agree with the second Doctor one though. Right on top of the bed, because that was a cool wake up, man. Imagine how scared you would be if you fucking woke up and there was just a stranger sleeping next to you in bed, dude. Like, talk about holy fuck. And then that whole scene. All right. And then Brody said Pacemaker. Pacemaker was good too, though. Pacemaker was the one that like doesn't fit, but that's why it works so well too. Right. Just because they could do something crazy with the electrical. All right. So that leads us to best scene. For me, it is jail scene. Ooh, twist reveal. Okay.
When you see Gabriel coming out of the head and that whole jail cell scene. Like just that.
For me, I would actually have to go with the whole opening. We're in 1993, that whole opening. Because because you talk about talk about an intro to a movie and it gets grisly right there, but then we just don't know what happens.
No, sorry, I'm gonna retract on mine and go when the mother and the daughter are watching the girl on the tape, and then you turns around and you see Gabriel. That fucked me up when I saw that. So
you know what?
Those had an effect on me.
Those tape scenes, we didn't really talk about those, but those were some good, like, maybe they felt a little too exposition-y. Maybe I could see that were some people. I thought it was fine. Because, dude, the whole, like, thing with the electric telephone and shit, that shit, they played that fucking great, dude. It was awesome. Creepy as fuck.
I did love when we saw how Gabriel looked beforehand.
And going back to that, again, major hats off to McKenna Grace. She's a fantastic young actress.
Oh, absolutely.
She is.
You'd absolutely love her in Ghostbusters Afterlife, and she was just as good in this.
Haunting of Hill House. Amazing.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Yep. Young in that, too. Girl's got a fucking career under her belt. That's for sure.
And she can sing.
And she can sing. That is true. Chad Daddy, what was your best scene?
Okay. Believe it or not, my favorite scene was the top-down shot over the house that made it look like a fucking clue board. I've never seen a scene shot like that before.
Yep.
Yeah. And even if it's anything kind of close, nothing near as long.
Right.
It's like that 2-story fucking
room to room, up the stairs, into other rooms.
Right. Like the fact she goes under those first-story rooms and you get like, it's so cool.
Love that.
So cool. Okay. Well, I gotta read that. I got a comment from my sister-in-law about Evil Dead, so I gotta see what she said.
We got a video from Scoobs. I'm afraid to look at it.
Did we?
We did, yes.
Gore N More host chat.
Okay, hold on. I'll look that up in a second. Okay, so opening scene. Now, Bob, obviously this one hooked you in because you already said this was your favorite scene.
Yes.
There's no way it could not hook you in.
So I'm gonna say it was a confusing hook in for me.
And that's what it was. It was its intent.
And that's fine. And just only because I was so just jarred off from the style it was shot versus how it actually like what it was shot on, I guess. Like if that's I don't know how to explain that. Like how I just felt so weird because I'm like, man, I'm watching crystal clean 4K 2021 shit. But this is shot like a fucking sci-fi channel 90s movie.
Also,
like, what the fuck is going on?
How beautiful did this look in 4K, by the way?
Dude, it looked awesome. Wait a minute. All right. What does Scoobs got here?
Sorry for the dead air, guys.
So, yep, sorry.
No, it's okay.
So I can take that out in post. Scoobs is on the way to the hospital, boys.
Yes, they are.
Contractions got a little closer, so oh yeah. Sweet. So I got my sister-in-law because I told them about how 2013 was on all the other shit. And she just texted me. She says 2013 might be one of the goriest movies I've ever freaking seen. Down fast.
It literally rains blood.
Yes.
She thinks she said it beats the new one, which I agree too. I like 2013 better. Still love the new one. That doesn't change the fact, but
yeah,
I did warn them. I was like, it's pretty intense.
Nice.
I could only imagine, man, if I had something like that when I was fucking 14, dude. Like, fuck, bro. Kids get spoiled nowadays.
I was spoiled and saw that one in theaters. Oh,
Right? That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
so good.
Dude, what recent horror movie have you not seen in theaters?
Hey, man, Bob gets out.
He does.
Ask me that next week and I'll have a list for you.
There you go. All right. So we all said opening scene?
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Right. Yeah. All right. So most attractive character. I'm going with Sydney.
I'm going with Detective Winnie.
I'm going with Madison.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm actually going to agree with John, Sydney.
You know, usually I wouldn't even choose the blonde, but
Heck
for
no,
some reason,
that's
like, I
you
liked
always
her
go for the
person-
brunettes.
I liked her person. You know what? And I did like the CSI girl too. I'm not gonna say she would probably be the normal one I go to, but for some reason the personality of Sydney was just a little bit more like outgoing, and for some reason I just kind of dug that. And she looked
Wait,
hot
so-
as a princess, dude.
Did someone say?
Yeah.
Did someone say Winnie?
Yes, I did.
That's James Wan's missus in real life.
Is it really?
I didn't even know that until last night.
I didn't know it until I was doing the behind the scenes.
Oh shit!
All I'm going to say
Yeah.
is Scoobs, if he comes out looking like or she comes out looking like Gabriel, perfect baby.
Awesome. Okay. So did the score set the mood?
Actually,
yes. I love
Yes,
the score.
absolutely. The score is fantastic.
Made it tense, made it fucking just very questioning, very mysterious melodies, I guess would be a good way to put it. But anything else you guys want to say on that? Good.
It was one of those rare times where the soundtrack didn't just set the mood; it stood out.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay, so best song.
There was like
There's
one
no-
song,
I'm brain firing on it.
and I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
I had a look
either.
on IMDb last night, and I couldn't. There was like 3 songs, but I've never even heard of them. So
All right,
We'll
well,
skip that.
we're gonna skip that one. Over to that. Okay, so favorite character.
Gabriel.
I mean, yes, because obviously you always want a good horror villain.
I think Madison for me.
I'm gonna go the. Oh my god, what the hell was her name? The one detective,
Oh, hang on.
the one that was given the her buddy like shit and everything when the Sydney came around and stuff.
I know he
Like,
didn't remember it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm brain
yeah, I don't
farting
know
on her
her
name
name.
at the minute, but what the fuck, dude? No, Doctor. I'm looking at her list here, but I'm like, what the hell?
Regina.
Yeah,
Regina
Regina,
Moss.
dude.
Yep.
Yeah, no, she was my favorite for sure.
I did like her, but I liked the other detective too, who was pretty cool. So I'm gonna go.
No, they were a good duo.
They were.
I liked them together. I felt bad when they actually got hurt, but I'm glad they didn't get decimated in the other 40 piles of cops. Or 40, pile of 40 cops, I should say.
Dude, I felt the same way when fucking Gabriel was going into the evidence locker and Winnie was in there. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill her.
Yeah, God, that's a creepy
dude.
scene.
I thought they. I was
afraid
wondering if
they
were
would,
gonna
and
go there.
And she got smart. And she hid herself well behind those racks.
It's nice to see smart characters, and you know what? I even like when movies still give you a smart character, but still gets fucked. Because even though as fleeting as those moments can be, I feel there's a good sense of realism saying that it's like doesn't matter how prepared you are in any situation, you still can get screwed.
Yep.
I liked how Winnie was sort of flirting with that Asian cop.
All
As
the
a
time,
reference
dude,
to James Wan. I was just like, oh, that's good. But the Paula Marshall cameo, that was pretty cool. You know, Paula, she was in Hellraiser 3. She, I think she was like the
That
therapist.
was
She
her.
yeah. and
Oh
she-
my
just
god! I
when
knew
they
that
fell
girl
through
was
the roof.
familiar.
Yeah. Beverly Woods, I think.
Wait, is that was that the hypnotist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Word.
I was trying to figure out why the hell she looked so familiar. Thank you.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Was it scary? Did everybody say character? I think everybody said character, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Scary.
I think
I say
would say so.
yeah, definitely.
had some
pretty-
good
yeah.
jump scares. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel the jump scares were there, and I feel definitely the ambiance of like the ghostly beginning of this movie definitely set some good precedents to where, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I laughed at Jen because she was like hiding behind a pillow at one point. I'm like, what are you doing over there? She's like, shut up. But so that's how I know it's a good, like, it definitely like sets the mood.
Yeah, I think Steph would jump quite a few times watching this too. So
I would have liked to see this one in theater, dude, especially with like a louder sound, like
surround sound
system.
Oh God, yes,
dude. I bet some of them jump scares would have definitely hit way harder.
Dude, it was so much fun in theaters.
Hell yeah. Okay, so does it hold up today? Yeah, it's literally a fucking 2 years old. So, okay, how is the acting? Solid,
really good.
A plus.
Nobody was bad in it at all. I don't think. I mean, dude, James Wan's not going to bring in hokey actors at this fucking point, dude. You know what I mean? Unless like he truly means to bring, and even then, he would still bring in good actors that would end up just playing hokey. You know what I mean? Like it would be, it'd be different. All right, so did we like the cinematography? I think we fucking did because that's what we kept talking about.
As I say, everybody has a favorite shot. It's not often we all come up with a favorite shot from a movie.
It's not often one of my favorite shot is my favorite scene too.
Right,
it was
that too.
Yeah, I mean, between like that shot and the one in the precinct, not the jail cell. Those are hands too. Like my favorite, just like what the fuck, that is cool,
dude. I just love the whole camera angle from inside the fucking washing machine. It was like a quick, 10-second shot, but I loved it.
Right, yo, that jump scare got me when she came out and the doctor was in her reflection was there. Yeah. That shit got me a little bit. I will say that 100%. All right, so did we like the premise?
Very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was solid. I think it was a movie that knew what it was. It took itself serious enough, but you know what I mean?
But not enough. It was like it was a good mix.
Like nice solid level. All right. So recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind
and rewind again. I loved it.
Yeah, it was solid. I'll definitely going to be recommending this to a few people that I know I haven't watched this. Just more even for like, because I know they're slasher fans, and I'll be like, listen, dude, it's got some pretty sick slasher moments in this. Dude.
Yes.
And dude, there was not a single boring moment in this movie.
No. It's one of the few movies where it could be like you're captivated the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you know what's even like it's sometimes funny when Gabriel's taking over because like when you see her face and you can clearly tell it's just the mask, it looks really funny. But because the scene's so like serious and it's just like the shit's just so crazy, you're just like you get sucked back to that and you're just like, holy fuck, dude.
I also thought some of the scenes where her face looked like a mess, the right lighting, they looked creepy at certain points too.
Oh, it definitely did, but it also looked fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Because you can clearly tell it's just a really weird mask. All right, so we're going to rate this bitch. Scoobs started us off with a 4.2, even though he couldn't be here, but he did want to throw in his rating. So we're going to do that. Bobby, what do you got for us, homie?
I'm going to give it a 4.5. I loved it. I feel like there were certain little things that I wanted, but little things aside, 4.5 easily.
Word. All right. DKB, what do you got, buddy?
I'm going to agree with Steven, 4.2.
4.2? Chad Daddy?
Yeah, I don't want to give it a 4.5 quite. I think I'll go with the DKB and Steve and give it a 4.2 because I thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
4.2. I know it's going to seem like I'm like kind of the low ball on this, and even though it's not, I'm just going a solid 4. It was very enjoyable. I definitely will rewatch this. I think I probably would have gave it higher had I not gotten it spoiled for myself.
Right.
And I feel like that.
I get that.
That unfortunately kind of hindered it, which is fine. I still, dude, 4 is still solid. Fucking like, it's not saying bad by any means. All right, so let's enter this bitch. All right, and divide that by 5. That would be a 4.2.
Right
so
on.
4.2.
DKB calling it again.
That's right, for a 2021 Malignant. Actually, Scoob called it this time. He said 4.2 fucking hours ago.
Yes.
Yep.
So
We'll give this
all
one
right.
to Steven.
Yeah. And little mini Steven coming soon. Stevenetta.
Charles.
Steve,
That's right, Stevetta. Okay, so Chad Daddy, what's on the block next week, homie?
next week, we're going to take a little trip to Pinehurst.
Ah,
part
Friday,
five.
We're doing part 5 next week.
Yeah, dude.
And I'll tell you what,
Yes.
I'm really excited to be going back and revisiting that. My wife is really excited for the week after that. Final
What do we got?
Destination 2.
Oh, that's gonna be so much.
Wow,
fun.
we're doing
I
Final
haven't seen
Destination.
that.
We haven't done that yet?
We only did the first one.
Dude, I felt like we did the first one years ago, too.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Wow. I haven't watched number 2 in a minute.
We still gonna. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to move so we can squeeze in Feast 2 as well.
Oh, yeah, we do have to do Feast too,
I mean, we don't.
or we could do that.
And I know
next year.
it's farther. We don't have to continually do 4 Christmas movies for December.
No.
We could just do
That's
one
true.
Christmas movie. We could do one Christmas movie for Christmas, and that will, because obviously, like, things are getting thinner as we go.
Oh yeah, we've been scraping the bottom of the
Right.
barrel.
So, like, that'll give us 3 more open weeks for random movies.
Hey, we might get something new that we can watch this year.
That's very true, dude.
I think we will, which would
So-
be cool.
Evil Dead Rise.
Fucking A, dude.
Or Evil Dead Christmas. That would be a fun movie. I got you a book for Christmas, Grandma.
Is there a Crypt Creeper Christmas special, dude? Because if there
think
was,
I think there is.
The very first episode of Tales from the Crypt was the Killer Santa one.
oh no shit.
Wait, didn't is that Dr. Yeah,
Mhm.
Dr. Giggles? Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep, that was Larry Drake.
No shit. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So yeah, solid episode 4.2 for Malignant. I think that's very well.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
Fucking A, dude. Friday 13th, part 5 next week. Very excited. I haven't watched that
Fuck
in a minute.
yes.
I'm excited for it. Very excited.
I love that movie.
And anybody listening right now, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. You're
Fuck
probably going to
you.
get a lot of love coming out of this podcast next week, too.
I'll tell you what, if any of our fans hate it, we'll probably be able to change their mind on it.
Well, and if not, maybe change it enough to where they would rewatch it in a different light.
Because I'm
And
not
then-
gonna lie, the first time I saw it, I didn't like it.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna throw back to a couple of older Gore N More episodes, obviously, that even helped change me along the way of thinking of how I do. So awesome. Anything nerdy to get drop down, boys? I have nothing. So
Well, real quick, since we talked about it, because I know we said we're happy Evil Dead Rise is doing successful. So right now, Evil Dead Rise has scared up a total of 86 million at the worldwide box office.
Yep.
So
Damn.
it is still doing pretty good. So everybody out there, please go see it. Let's get it to the 100 million. That's beautiful for horror movies alone. Forget the regular movies. Horror movies are what we need.
Okay,
Not
not
saying-
just not just that, but even it's what, the second week out,
Yes.
and it
Yes.
was still the number 2 movie this year, behind, of course, Super Mario Brothers. That's
Wait.
the unstoppable juggernaut right now.
Which honestly does it, like, some people are like upset that that's over Evil Dead. I'm like, I'm not upset about that. I expect that. It's Mario. Mario is world renowned. Evil Dead is, but in a different way. So
Okay.
you can't.
Update on Scoobs: she's only 2 centimeters dilated. She's not in active labor, so no baby yet.
okay, good.
So
to
it might
know.
be a Star Wars baby.
Ooh.
That's true.
That'd make
4.
me pretty happy.
You think it'd be 4th or 5th? Go with the
4th.
Sith stuff. Yeah, we can go Sith.
It could be.
Revenge
Well,
of the,
uh,
Revenge of the 5th.
They could go to the 6th. That'd be Steph's birthday.
Hey, there you go.
My
Yeah,
friend's
wife's
wedding
birthday.
anniversary is May 4th. So they didn't know that. I'm like, May the 4th be with you always.
Nice.
Okay, so going back to nerd news, I did want to say that last week they dropped the next trailer for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and
Dude, I cannot wait.
30 seconds into the trailer, they revealed that Unicron is the big bad, baby.
Oh, they did?
Oh yes, this is
Really?
which is really okay. So and it shows him. It's old school, planet devouring, giant sized Unicron, which is okay. So this is supposed to be still set in the Michael Bay universe of Transformers. So they're gonna have
Oh,
to,
it's not the Bumblebee one?
It's same. It's a sequel to Bumblebee. They're supposed to be connected somehow.
Oh yeah, Bumblebee was in that. That's right. Never mind, I'm sorry.
But the thing about that is, in Transformers: The Last Night, it was revealed that Earth is Unicron.
So is Unicron? Did he like remake himself?
I don't know. Maybe something happens and they destroy Unicron in this, and his essence transfers into the core of the planet Earth. I don't know. All I know is we're getting OG Unicron in this. True Unicron.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I saw the trailer for it in when I saw Evil Dead. It looks good, so I would see that.
Transform to Mighty Maid. Go from suck to blow.
You fucking love Spaceballs. Okay, so I think that's about all I got as far as
I got nothing else right now. I'll have more for next week for sure.
Well, there's a couple of Scream Factory releases.
I was just going to say that. Thank you, Brody. Go ahead.
Fuck. Actually, now that I've been put on the spot, I'm just trying to remember what they were.
Funny how you mentioned Glazer earlier. That was one of the releases. The Burning gets a 4K.
Oh, nice.
Right. Yes.
All of the last 4 Chucky movies. So you get Bride, Seed, Cult, and Curse.
Yep.
Which I would only care about Cult of Chucky out of those.
Curse was I liked Curse.
I didn't mind Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky was all right. Seed of Chucky was just absolutely awful.
Yeah, I was saying Seed's the one you
could
could throw away in the garbage. That one's blah.
Yeah.
Bride I could watch because that's just like it's that weird 2000s where it's like I could still kind of get with it. It's not like the terrible 2000s, but
that's when it started leaning too much into the comedy. Then
I like how you say that because it's the same director who did Freddy vs. Jason.
I know exactly. That's why I'm like,
which I will leave alone.
No, I can always double feature those just for that reason, dude. I'm like, yo, dude, what the fuck? Well, I'm feeling 2003 nostalgic right now.
I can't remember what else was announced.
Upgrade was the other one.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, dude, I definitely gotta check that shit out, dude, for sure.
You know what? I was gonna buy the Scream Factory, The Burning, and then I just didn't. And now that it's 4K, I'll be like, now I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's a good movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think that I don't feel the need to upgrade to the 4K though.
Well,
unless there's new features.
Yeah, I don't have it, so for me that actually works out perfectly.
Yeah.
What did I see there the other day? Oh, one of the guys, I think from Arrow in the Head or Collider or something, had seen an early sneak peek at the trailer for the new Exorcist film by David Gordon Green. I think it's called The Exorcist Believer, from my understanding. I'll just double check. Yes, it is. And from his reaction towards it, he goes, this could actually be really something special. Like, he was actually impressed with the footage that they'd shown throughout that trailer. And it does tie into the first film like it did the Halloween franchise. So it skips the second and the third film and it just becomes a direct sequel to the first. So, yeah, he was very impressed with what I can't exactly tell you or remember. I did see it on YouTube. I apologize. But I remember him specifically saying that he was very impressed with the footage. And he does talk a little bit about what happens in it. Don't really want to spoil much. You have to go watch it. And the other thing was that I wanted to quickly just give a quick mention to, because I ran into him at Supernova in Melbourne, and that is Danny and Michael Philippou, the two twin brothers down here of Rucka Rucka. They have picked up the rights for the new Street Fighter movie.
Oh,
really?
Yes. So then their latest film, Talk to Me, which has been released by A24, I think I mentioned last week, is getting a lot of hype and praise. That if you go on their Instagram, they've put up pictures of meeting Sam Raimi, DC Studios, fucking Blumhouse. They've just been everywhere getting offers, and then they've just landed a Street Fighter movie. So, did you see their little clip that I posted in the group chat the other day? That fan
one?
That was them. That was them.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so that's them guys. So, and Danny Philippou's like the director out of the two. His comic book collection of Street Fighter novels is like fucking yay Like, there's so much knowledge about Street Fighter. So I kind of
Nice,
feel like it's
dude.
in pretty good fucking hands, considering that they made those on a very tight budget. Those small videos. So
Nice.
yeah, I think Legendary, they're the producers behind it.
Oh,
Okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah,
dude.
it's going to be interesting to see what they can do with that.
Hopefully they're given free range on their own and not like, producers sticking their fucking hands in
thank
shit,
you,
though.
thank you for mentioning Legendary, because that also dropped last week. The teaser trailer for the title of the next Godzilla vs Kong.
Oh yeah, was it Godzilla X
true.
Kong?
Godzilla X Kong, was it the New Empire?
New Empire, New Kingdom.
Dude,
I'm excited.
first of all, that shit is that's chaos from fucking Primal Rage. That's my bet right now. We're gonna get fart bombs and fucking burp bombs. And if for anybody who doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, go back to 1993 and look for actually 95. Look for a game called Primal Rage. It's fucking awesome.
Yep.
I'm sad that game never got like good sequels or anything, but that's because Midway fucking bought it and drowned that bitch so it wouldn't take over Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Which means Warner Brothers should own that shit. Bring it fucking back out, dude. Imagine that
True.
like new era style fighting. It'd be fucking awesome.
Oh, we also got the trailer for Twisted Metal, or like a teaser trailer for that.
I didn't watch that one yet.
Man, I don't know.
I
I don't like Anthony Mackie, dude. I can't.
exactly.
Like
Thank
he
you.
ruins it, dude. I'm like,
Fuck.
like, man, you should have just had like some cool cars shooting, and then you just have a close up of fucking Twisty doing his thing like they did,
Yep.
and you would have sold me. But the fact that you got this whole intro of Mackie fucking talking and shit, I'm like, no, fuck you, Peacock. I'm like, I was interested, and now I'm not. But, fuck yeah, dude. Richard knows what I'm talking about. Talon was awesome, dude. Talon was that fucking snake looking one. And then, that was the other thing that I had for nerd news. And more spirit Halloween announcements. Last week we talked about Ghostbusters pack. They just announced the new Cotton Candy Killer Clowns fucking
Yes,
dummy,
that's
dude.
really
that.
Which, yeah, who doesn't want one of those?
I'm gonna buy 2 and just hang them in my room for no reason other than it could.
Correct me if
You
I'm
need to
wrong.
put them in your hallway just to walk through them all the time.
Now you got me. We have that on the schedule this year, don't we?
Killer Clowns?
Yeah.
I fucking hope so, dude. I'm pretty sure we do.
If not, we
November.
put it on.
November
I was gonna say,
13th.
If not, we put it on.
Hot damn.
Yep.
What's man, I'm looking at our list right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. The only
Yeah.
one I don't know is May 29th. I don't know that one.
What is it?
The Entity? What the hell's that?
Oh,
That's a Scuba Steve classic.
Yes, yeah, he's
That's-
talked about it.
that's the one where this entity rapes Barbara Hershey.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
It's a good film despite that shit. But
Dude,
I'll forget that by the time we get there, but that's fine. That's cool.
The very
Oh, thank you,
ending
Rick.
made me laugh so hard. Just I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
I never.
I
I've
wonder
heard
if
of
I
it.
watched this one, dude. Is this the one where the girl gets like there's video footage of her getting pounded against the thing from a ghost or something, and they were just like, "Yeah, look at this." And she's like, "Yeah, see what happened?" They're like, "Nah, bitch, you crazy."
Scary Movie 2.
I think
ripped
I
off.
might have seen.
Yeah,
it.
I would say Scary Movie 2 is where I remember it from.
Okay, interesting. Oh man, yeah, we got some good ones, dude.
Oh, dude, our
The
list
whole
is-
month of May is solid.
Yes.
Not only that, but even June, first one in June, starting off summer with Sleepaway Camp, bro.
Dude, I'm
That's
so
fucking
excited for that
fantastic.
movie.
That's why I put it there.
I
Hell
have
yeah,
the
dude.
I have
Start of
the
the summer.
old DVD pack of Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, and 3, and they only had exclusive footage for 4, which didn't even happen at the time.
Yeah, man, we got definitely we got some solid lineups coming up for sure.
Yes,
But-
we do.
All right, boys, I think it's about that time. We are at our 2-hour mark. So, Bob, you want to start us off?
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Amone, saying we'll see you next week in Pinehurst, Friday the 13th, Part 5. Fuckers.
Yeah. Brody?
This is your DKB, all the way from the land down under, signing out, saying that I'll catch you mother lickers next week.
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, saying, come back next week, bitches, for Pinehurst. And thank you again, Brody, for joining us for the third week in a row. We are honored, man. Love having
Oh,
you.
thank yous.
Absolutely.
Thank yous.
We're going to have to start paying him, man. He's going to want those royalties.
Right? At least buy him coffee in the morning. And I am your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gore Hounds, for joining us for another fun episode. Thank you for all that have been invested in the chat. We love it. I hope you guys enjoy the time you're with us. We definitely enjoy you guys giving us your feedback. This is great. Once again, join us for Friday 13th, Part 5 next week. Look for us on Instagram at Gore N More Podcast. You can follow us. We put our updates kind of a little bit up. Probably not as good as I should, but hey, whatever, fuck it. And then obviously, if you're not, follow fucking Project Louder. We got us, many more awesome shows, always going live. So hell yeah, lick my Bill Paxton, and remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Gabriel's penis.
Dyson sucks well.